Princeton Electric Plant Board. Meter tampering is dangerous. Tampering with an electric meter is not only dangerous, it is dishonest and against the law. Stealing electricity by tampering with an electric meter may result in your arrest and can even risk your life. Tampering with meters results in increased utility bills that everyone has to pay. If you see anyone tampering with an electric meter, call the Princeton Electric Plant Board right away at 270-365-2031. Princeton Electric Plant Board, Princeton's #1 energy source.
Are you college bound this fall and looking for a bank that will help you through the process of starting your first checking account? The friendly folks at Fredonia Valley Bank are willing to answer any questions you might have about starting a new student checking account, online banking, debit cards, and more. It's not easy leaving home and facing the challenge of managing your finances. Fredonia Valley Bank offers our encouragement and guidance to the young leaders of tomorrow by developing a banking relationship that will last a lifetime. Come by Fredonia Valley Bank today and let us show you the many checking accounts we have available to meet your needs. 602 Cassidy Avenue, Fredonia, and 226 Commerce Street, Edaville. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
And welcome back, everybody, to Butler Stadium. It's Caldwell County Lady Tigers soccer opening night here at Butler Stadium. Right now, the Lady Tigers trail Murray High by a score of 4-0. Looking at the scoring, Murray High got on the board quickly with only 3 minutes gone in the ball game. It was number 20, Kennedy Keller, getting on the board for Murray. 5 minutes later, with 32 minutes to go in the first half, it was an own goal for Caldwell County that put Murray up 2-0. About midway through the first half, it was number 2, Angela Gearhart, a sophomore for Murray, making it 3-0, and then number 22 for Murray, and that is nothing Murray. That's where we stand right now. Dennis Stevens and Ty Englebright here, along with former coach Eric Jacobs, our guest analyst tonight. Eric, good to have you here tonight. We appreciate you coming back for the Lady Tigers. That not only says something about how much this program meant to you, but how much you mean to the program to come back and let these girls know that you support them and that it's going to be an adjustment.
Yeah,
you are behind them 100%. We appreciate you coming back to Princeton tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to be back here. I definitely miss being up here, and like I told the girls, had it not been any other school other than the one I from, I'd still be here this year.
It's hard to turn an alma mater down. We understand that.
Yeah, hard to turn that down, but it's nice to be back. I know I was telling a few people as we had our last practice today before our regular season gets started, and as soon as that was done, I jetted up that way and made it here right at kickoff. So good to be back. We'll make for a late night. I'm sure extra pot of coffee tomorrow, but well worth it.
Well, we appreciate having you in. I don't know that fatigue has been a factor in the first half, but you're playing a tough Murray.
Defending, I think you don't hear that often that defending looks good with 4-0. But I think that the goals that have gone in have been a little on the fluky side. I think that later in the season, maybe you don't have those goals scored. And as far as our shape looks, everyone seems to know what their role is. We're covering for one another well. And as far as a change that I think Miller will make will just be to play a little smarter. I think it's starting to turn into a little bit of bomb ball, just kicking it long. And that's good here and now, but it's not a way to sustain a game, and that burns your legs out when you're constantly having to chase. So I'm sure that Coach Miller will talk to them about, hey, take a deep breath. Let's try and find feet. Let's try and play a little possession ball, and then just being a bit more proactive. I know a lot of times good runs are being made, good balls are being hit, but those runs are starting to be made after the ball is contacted. And that's even something with this team that I have in Nashville now. I've had to talk about them with the same thing. We're fast just like we were here at Caldwell, but you have to use that speed wisely or you're just kind of running to run. And so you want to look at, start making that run, but just read the situation ahead of time. Make that run before the ball's even hit. Be in a position where you don't give that defender time to adjust. And I think we to be able to do that, and I definitely expect to see the Lady Tigers come out with a little more offensive power here in the second half.
Whistle blows for both teams to come back out. While we have a minute, though, this is the first game for the Lady Tigers, not first of our fall broadcast schedule, but coming up on Friday night, it's high school football.
Oh,
that means big time coming up over in Christian County. We were supposed to be the tail end of a doubleheader. Things got switched, and I'm